Hello, everyone. In this life, I believe that freedom is one of the most fundamental rights of every human being. I was not born to live by society's standards or other people's expectations. I have the right to live my own life in the way I choose, and no one can make decisions for me. This is the freedom I will never give up. I will live with the belief that I have the right to choose my life and act according to my own will. I have the right to live in the way I feel is right. Every morning when I wake up, I have the right to decide what I will do, where I will go, and how I will live. No one has the right to interfere with these decisions. I have the right to choose the job I love, decide who I want to be with, and create a meaningful life for myself. Nothing can stop me from pursuing the life I desire. I do not need to live according to anyone's expectations. I have the right to take control of my own life. No one can force me to follow a mold or a path they consider beautiful. I have the right to live true to myself, with my own dreams, passions, and aspirations. I am not someone else's shadow, and I do not have to live a life that has been pre-designed for me. Every decision I make is a reflection of what I truly want. I am the one responsible for my own life, and I decide where it will go. When I live true to myself, I feel freedom in every breath, every step I take. This freedom is not recklessness or irresponsibility, but a conscious choice, a right to live fully according to the values I respect. Every step I take, I make the decision myself, and I do not let anyone else do it for me. The path I walk is my own choice. I have the right to decide what I will do in this life, whether it is a path full of challenges or a smooth road. I will not let anyone else make decisions for me. No matter how society judges me, no matter how others criticize me, I will remain steadfast in following the path I believe is right. Because I understand that this life is mine, and I have the right to determine every step of the way. I have the right to dream, and no one can take those dreams away from me. I can change direction, start over, because I understand that each new day is a chance to begin again, to live true to what I want. I am not afraid of failure, because I know failure is part of the process of improving myself. Freedom is not an easy journey, but I am ready to face all challenges because I have the right to choose, and I want to live the life I dream of. Every day, I wake up not to please anyone. I live for myself. I have the right to choose how I live without worrying about what others think or whether they approve of me. I do not live for others' recognition. I live to feel free and happy in my own life. That is my right. If I do something and others disagree, that is their problem, not mine. I respect others' opinions, but I will not let them influence my decisions. I will not change myself just to satisfy someone else. I am the one in control of my own life, and I have the right to live in the way I believe is right. I have the right to seek happiness, and happiness for me is not something defined by society or others. I have the right to define my own happiness, and no one can take that away from me. Happiness is when I live my life the way I want, when I can love and be loved, when I am free to express myself without fear of judgment. I do not need to achieve success by society's standards to feel happy. My happiness can come from the smallest, simplest things that truly mean something to me. And I have the right to find joy in the life I create for myself. Happiness is not a destination. It is a journey, and I have the right to walk that journey in my own way. No one can take away my freedom. I have the right to live the life I want, and I will protect that right with all my strength. If anyone tries to control or interfere with my life, I will stand up and defend my freedom. I will not remain silent when my freedom is violated. I will speak up and affirm that I have the right to live as I choose, and no one can force me to live otherwise. I will fight to protect my freedom because I know that if I give it up, I am losing myself. I will never let that happen. I will live a free life, staying true to the values I cherish and love. The right to live freely is something that cannot be taken away, but I also understand that freedom does not mean I can do whatever I want without responsibility. I will live freely, but I will also take responsibility for myself and those around me. I will never stop dreaming, never stop pursuing my goals. I will take action to turn my dreams into reality. My freedom is a combination of aspiration and action. When I dream, I will also act to make those dreams come true. I will never stop moving forward because I know that only I have the right to decide my life. And I can do anything I want as long as I have faith and perseverance. I have the right to live my own life, and no one has the right to decide for me. The right to live freely is something that cannot be taken away, and I will protect that right with all my strength. I live for myself, not to please others. I have the right to seek happiness and pursue my dreams without being bound by anything. I will live the life I want, and I will never give up this freedom. I have the right to live a free life, and I will fully embrace that freedom. I do not need criticism or approval from others to feel free. This freedom comes from my courage to live authentically. I do not live to please society, nor do I need to follow the rules that others have set for me. Every decision I make carries my own mark. It is not a copy of anyone else. I understand that not everyone will understand me, but that does not matter. What matters is that I understand myself, and I am proud of what I have done and am doing. Freedom is not an easy journey, but I am not afraid of difficulties. When facing challenges, I do not retreat because I know that freedom only comes when I dare to face every challenge on the path I have chosen. I understand that not everything will always go my way, but I always have the right to choose how I respond to those difficulties. I can change, I can try again, but I will never give up my right to live the life I choose. I understand that freedom is not about living irresponsibly, but about living with purpose. I am free to choose what makes me happy and confident. And no matter how rough or challenging my path may be, I will keep moving forward with resilience, because I know that every step I take is an affirmation of my freedom. This life is mine, and I have the right to take ownership of every moment in it. I do not allow anyone or anything to control my decisions. I do not live to seek validation, because I do not need approval from anyone but myself. I live for myself, for the values I believe in, and I will not let anyone or anything take away that freedom. If there are moments when I feel exhausted or lack confidence, I will not let that stop me. I will keep rising, keep affirming my right to live, because I understand that freedom is not something easily attained, but it is worth fighting for and protecting. I do not give up because I believe I have the right to live the life I desire. Every day, I wake up with the belief that I have the right to choose. Each of my choices leads to a new day, a new opportunity to reaffirm my freedom. I live with the belief that this life belongs to me and that I have the right to take charge of it. I do not live according to what others expect of me. I live the way I want to. I live to be myself, to pursue my own dreams. I once lived in a world where every day felt like a battle. Life was like a game where I tried to control everything, from the smallest details to the biggest events. I thought that if I could control everything, I would feel safe, that I wouldn't have to face surprises or failures. But I was wrong. I mistakenly believed that security only came when I had everything within my grasp. when I could dictate how everything unfolded. I used to push myself to control everything: my work, my relationships, and even the smallest decisions in life. Every time something unexpected happened, I felt tense, afraid, as if I had lost control. But over time, I realized that the more I tried to control, the weaker I felt. Life does not always go according to plan. It is full of surprises and unpredictable events that I cannot foresee. And then I asked myself, why do I need to control everything? Today, I can say that I no longer need to control everything. I let go. I have decided to let life lead me instead of me trying to dictate life. When I gave up control, I no longer felt pressured by things beyond my reach. Instead, I learned to embrace whatever comes, good or bad. Life doesn't have to be perfect for me to be happy. I don't need to ensure that everything always happens exactly as I want. I understand that when things don't go according to plan, when failures occur, those are the moments for me to learn and grow. I had lived too long in a world filled with expectations that I created for myself. I set my own rules, demanded myself to achieve everything without allowing myself to fail. I worked tirelessly, trying to control every detail of my work and life, fearing that if I didn't, I would fail. But one day, I realized that control is not the key to success. Peace comes when I no longer try to control everything. When I allow life to unfold naturally, everything becomes easier and lighter. I am no longer afraid of the unexpected. Changes are no longer threats. I no longer feel like a failure when things don't go as planned. Instead, I welcome them as gifts, as opportunities to learn. I have come to understand that life is unpredictable, and it is this unpredictability that makes it beautiful. Every time I face change, I no longer feel defeated. I have learned to adapt, to relax, and to accept that life is not always easy. And in those moments, I feel myself growing more than ever before. Growth does not come from controlling everything, but from knowing how to face what cannot be changed. I no longer need to keep everything within my grasp. I no longer need to worry about what has not yet happened. What I need is to live fully, to immerse myself in what is happening right now. I do not need to dwell on the past or stress about the future. I just need to live and feel, because I understand that every moment is life itself. Every day, I no longer wake up with a long list of things to do. I wake up with a peaceful mind, ready to embrace whatever comes, whether it is what I expected or not. I understand that life does not always go my way, but it is in this imperfection that I find the most wonderful things. I do not need to control the outcome. I just need to enjoy the process. Everything comes to me naturally, and all I need to do is be myself, without forcing myself to achieve what others expect. When I let go of control, I no longer feel like I have to fight against life. I no longer feel like a warrior constantly facing battles. Instead, I become someone who flows with life, knowing that each passing day, I am becoming a better version of myself. Not because I control everything, but because I have learned to relax and embrace life as it is. Life does not always go according to plan, but I am no longer afraid of that. I no longer try to control everything. I have learned to accept what comes and to understand that sometimes the things I cannot control are the most valuable lessons I need for my growth. When I let go of control, I do not lose power. On the contrary, I find real strength in living freely, in having peace within myself. Letting go of control does not mean abandoning responsibility. I still work hard and give my best effort in everything I do, but I am no longer obsessed with the outcome. I do not worry about things beyond my control. I embrace everything life brings me, because every experience contributes to my story. In the end, I have realized that letting go of control is not surrender. It is liberation. I have freed myself from the pressures and unrealistic expectations I once placed on myself. I live, I love, I laugh, I learn, not because I control everything, but because I know how to let go and allow life to guide me. I stand here, in this moment, with my heart wide open and limitless. I no longer hide my emotions, no longer hold on to doubts, worries, or fears. I have decided to live fully, with a heart ready to receive all the love, abundance, and wonders the universe has to offer. And I make a commitment from this moment on that I will never close my heart again. Life does not require absolute perfection, but I do not need perfection. What I need is acceptance. Only when I open my heart can I receive all the beauty life has to offer. Only when I allow myself to love freely can I experience abundance coming to me naturally. Every day, I recognize the power of an open heart. When I love, there are no limits. Love is not something I have to search for. It is something I can give and receive unconditionally. When I love myself, I no longer fear or avoid uncomfortable feelings. I know that I am worthy of all the wonderful things I can create, and I deserve to receive genuine love from myself and from those around me. Prosperity does not only come from grand achievements. It lies in the ability to recognize the beauty in everyday life. Prosperity is not just about money or material wealth. It is the richness of the soul, found in every moment of love and gratitude. I do not need to accomplish something extraordinary to feel this prosperity. Simply waking up each morning with gratitude means I have already started my day with a heart full of abundance. I no longer fear challenges, nor do I worry about what has yet to come. Every challenge, difficulty, and pain is part of the journey to expand my heart. These moments help me understand myself better, making me stronger and wiser. I believe that every hardship carries a valuable lesson, and I welcome them as essential parts of life. When I open my heart, I not only receive love and abundance, but I also give the best of myself. I do not give in order to receive. I give because I know that love and prosperity naturally return when given without expectation. The cycle of love and abundance continues endlessly. I have started to see the world differently. Everything is no longer an obstacle or a battle I must fight. I see opportunities in everything. I see beauty in the smallest details of life. The people around me are no longer competitors or rivals. They are individuals I can share with, love, and learn from. I have learned to see people through my heart, rather than through judgment or distinction. Opening my heart is not an easy task. It is a continuous process, a lifelong journey with no endpoint. I once believed that protecting my heart was the only way to avoid pain. But now I know that the wounds of my past have helped me grow. Those scars have deepened my understanding of life and have taught me how to expand my heart. I constantly learn from my own emotions. Every time I feel love, abundance, or any goodness from the universe, I sense that I am part of something greater than myself. I feel the energy of the universe flowing through me, and I know I am living a life that is true to me, a life that I deserve. I do not need all the answers right away. I only need to know that I am living in alignment with my heart, and everything will come to me when I open myself to it. The universe does not abandon me, and I trust that all good things will arrive in ways I cannot yet imagine. Whenever I live with love and gratitude, I welcome everything with ease, without rushing, without fear. When I open my heart, I not only recognize the good in the world, but I also begin to appreciate myself more. I no longer feel lacking, nor do I feel unworthy. I have learned to love myself, and that is the most important lesson in life. Only when I love myself can I fully and unconditionally love others. I know that life is not always easy, but I also understand that every challenge, every hardship, and every change is an opportunity for me to become stronger. And I will never back down. I no longer allow fear or worry to dictate my life. I choose to live with an open heart, believing that I am worthy of receiving all the beauty the universe has to offer. Every day, I remind myself, I am opening my heart to embrace all the wonders of life. I do not need to rush or chase after any goal. I only need to live fully, love deeply, and be grateful, and all good things will come to me. This is my commitment to myself. I will never let my heart close again. I will always keep it open to receive love, prosperity, and all the goodness from the universe. And I will continue to live with gratitude, with the belief that life is meant to be cherished, and that I am worthy of all the love and abundance that the universe has to offer. I no longer doubt myself. I step into life with a strong belief that I deserve the love and prosperity I desire. Every day, I affirm to myself that I am the creator of my own life. I do not need to wait for love or search for it, because I know that when I love myself, love will come naturally. I no longer fear scarcity because I know that abundance is always near, ready to welcome me when I open my heart. I have grown tired of seeking fulfillment from external sources. It is time for me to realize that everything I need, everything I long for, is already within me. Love, abundance, happiness, all of it can be found inside myself. I trust in my own worth, and when I believe in myself, I do not fear lack or the absence of love. I can have all of it simply by opening my heart and embracing the goodness that life has to offer. I am worthy of love, not because I am perfect, but because I am me. I do not need to change myself or become someone else to be loved. I have learned that love is not something I need to chase or compete for. It is something I create within myself when I love who I am. Every day, I love myself more, not to prove anything, but simply because I deserve love. I do not wait for love from someone else. I do not seek love through relationships or in the words of others. I know that love begins within me. When I love myself, when I respect myself, I attract people who love and respect me naturally. I no longer fear being hurt or abandoned because I know the love I need already exists within me. And from that love, I can welcome all the love that the world has to offer. I do not need to race toward prosperity. I do not need to worry about whether I am capable of success. Prosperity flows to me when I open my heart to all the opportunities life brings. I no longer focus on what I lack. Rather, I focus on what I have and feel gratitude for it all. I believe that when I live with gratitude and trust in my own abilities, I naturally attract prosperity into my life. Every day, I wake up with unwavering belief that I am worthy of abundance. I no longer fear the future or worry about not having enough. I know that abundance is not just about money. It is the peace within my soul, the strength of my health, and the value of my relationships. I do not need to overwork myself or endure lack to attain these things. Abundance naturally flows to me when I open my heart and welcome it. I do not wait for someone else to bring me happiness or success. I am the sole creator of my life. I do not wait for opportunities. I create them. I believe in my abilities and trust that every day brings me closer to what I desire. I do not allow worry or fear to hold me back. I understand that abundance and love do not come from external sources. They are things I can cultivate from within. When I love myself and trust in my journey, I no longer fear failure. I understand that every challenge is an opportunity for me to grow and evolve. Every setback is merely a lesson, and every lesson brings me closer to prosperity. I do not fear change. Instead, I welcome it with an open heart and gratitude, knowing that change brings new opportunities and the good things I deserve. Every day, I remind myself that I am worthy of love and abundance. I do not need to prove myself or conform to any standard. I am enough just as I am, and I deserve all the good things life has to offer. I allow myself to be loved, to be happy, and to be successful. When I accept my worthiness, I no longer have to chase love and prosperity. They flow to me naturally. No more doubts, no more fears. I am ready to receive the goodness the universe has in store for me. I open my heart to love from others and from myself. And as I do, I not only receive love, but also the abundance that I am destined for. Love and prosperity are not things I have to compete for. They are things I create within myself, and they come to me effortlessly. I am no longer a bystander in my own life. I step fully into each moment, embracing everything that comes my way as part of the journey I have chosen. Every day, I affirm my right to live a joyful, fulfilling, and abundant life. No one and nothing can stand in the way of my happiness. Happiness is not something I wait for. It is something I choose in every moment, in every decision. I do not need to explain why I seek happiness, nor do I need to conform to anyone's expectations. I know with certainty that my life belongs to me, and I deserve to live a life that is whole, filled with love and peace. I do not let anxiety, stress, or difficulties take control of my spirit. I choose to live with gratitude and love, recognizing that each day is a gift, no matter what it brings. I let go of comparisons and the pressure to fit into standards set by others. I do not need to be anyone but myself. I do not wait for perfection to find happiness. I find happiness in every moment, in the smallest joys of life. From the first light of morning to the quiet moments of relaxation with loved ones. I do not let the pursuit of perfection mislead me. I do not wait for a miracle or a grand event to feel joy. Joy is already within me. It comes from loving myself, from daring to dream, and from taking action to make those dreams a reality. When I follow my own path, when I listen to my heart, and embrace change without fear, I feel free, and I experience life fully, unbound by anything. I do not shy away from challenges because I understand that they are opportunities for growth. I know that every hardship, every obstacle carries a valuable lesson. I do not give up in the face of difficulties. On the contrary, I face them head on, becoming stronger and more confident with each one. I live with the understanding that when I refuse to let fear control me, I find the growth and success I seek. I never feel alone on this journey. I open my heart to receive love from all around me, from family, friends, and the connections I build. Every friendship, every relationship is a part of my path to happiness. I give love freely, without expectation, because I understand that love is an invisible force that connects us all. When I give love, I receive more than I ever imagined. Every day, I see life with fresh eyes, no longer burdened by the past or anxious about the future. I live in the present, embracing each moment with passion and trust in what lies ahead. I not only believe in my own abilities, but also in the power of the universe and the possibilities that have yet to unfold. Every morning, I reaffirm that I am on the right path, that I am creating the life I have always dreamed of. I am the architect of my own future. I do not wait for someone else to change my life. I understand that only I have the power to decide and lead my own journey. No one can map out my path for me because only I know what I need and what I want in this life. And I am not afraid to change. I welcome change because I understand that every shift brings new opportunities. Each change is a step closer to the fulfillment I seek. I do not live in fear. I live with courage, strength, and determination. No matter where life takes me, I trust that I have the ability to navigate any storm. I can create joy even in the most difficult situations. Every step I take brings me closer to my ultimate goal: happiness, abundance, and inner peace. I release negative thoughts and unnecessary worries. I understand that my mind is the foundation upon which I build my reality. I choose to live positively, refusing to let negativity shape my life. I do not live in stress or fear of the unknown. Instead, I live with faith in myself, in my abilities, and in the wonderful things life has in store for me. With all that I have, I cherish every moment. I do not rush through life. I do not race against time. I savor each experience, recognizing the beauty in the little things, from a quiet morning coffee to heartfelt laughter with loved ones. I do not let trivial concerns steal my peace. I live fully, not only because I deserve it, but because I understand that every moment is a vital part of my journey to happiness. Every day, I affirm that I do not need to become anyone else. I am enough just as I am. I am me with all my uniqueness and individuality. When I live authentically, when I love and appreciate what I have, I no longer need to search for happiness elsewhere. Happiness has always been within me, and I will continue to create a life of fulfillment and joy. I live to love and to cherish every moment of my life. And I affirm that I will never stop, because I know that happiness is a journey, not a destination. I will keep moving forward on this path, with faith, strength, and all the love I have within me. I choose to live freely, unbound by the rules or expectations of the outside world. My life belongs to me. I am in control. I do not wait for anyone to grant me permission to be happy or to live fully. I dare to step beyond the limits that society or others have placed upon me. I dare to live my own way, even if it is not always easy. I do not fear challenges, nor do I fear change, because I know that the best things in life come when I open my heart to receive them. Living freely does not mean living irresponsibly. Every decision I make is intentional. Every step I take is deliberate in my pursuit of fulfillment. I believe that I can create the life I desire, not the life that others expect, but the life that I choose. I alone have the power to shape my destiny. No one can change me unless I choose to change myself. I do not have to live according to society's expectations. I refuse to be controlled. I do not allow myself to be confined by outdated beliefs, unhealthy relationships, or unreasonable demands from others. I do not live to please anyone. I live for myself, for my own fulfillment. I allow life to unfold naturally, without force or resistance. The best things come when I embrace them openly, when I stop holding myself back. I no longer fear failure or setbacks. Every step I take is an opportunity to learn and grow. Every fall makes me stronger. I do not let challenges discourage me. I see them as valuable lessons. I live fully. I embrace each moment as a chance to love myself, to love others, and to love this life. I do not wait for happiness to come from some distant place. I know that happiness is not something to be found. It is something I create in every moment of my life. I live in the present, free from anxiety about the future or regrets about the past. I do not let these worries take away my inner peace. I live freely, unbound by anything except my own choices. I do not need to explain or justify my decisions. I know that my life is mine, and I have the right to live it as I see fit. No one else can live it for me, and I will not let anyone else decide it for me. I am not someone who allows others to define me. I do not need anyone's permission to be my true self. Every step I take is a step toward freedom, a bold statement that I deserve to live the life I dream of. I do not wait for someone else to grant me my freedom. I am the one who gives myself that right. I let go of control. I do not let rigid plans or expectations dictate my life. Instead, I allow life to guide me, naturally, effortlessly. I know I cannot control everything, but I can choose how I respond to whatever comes my way. I accept that things will not always be perfect, and I refuse to let life's unpredictability shake my confidence. I welcome everything that comes my way, whether it is a challenge or an opportunity, because I know that every experience has its own value. I do not worry about the future. I do not dwell on the past. I live fully in the present. Every moment holds the potential for transformation, and I refuse to let any of it slip away. I live freely and completely, unburdened by the expectations of others or the fears within myself. I believe that when I live freely, when I live authentically, I create a life that is meaningful, full of love, and abundant with possibilities. Life is not meant to be lived in fear or self-imposed limitations. I will live with passion, with freedom, and without barriers. When I open my heart, I attract all the good that is meant for me. Freedom is my right, and I will not give it up. I live each day with clear purpose, with a strong heart and unwavering determination. Every moment is an opportunity to live fully, to love deeply, and to learn. I fear nothing because I know that I deserve all the best that life has to offer. With each passing day, I will continue to live freely, to live fully, and to live as my true self. Because I understand that this life is mine, and I will live it exactly the way I choose.